Parth, what is your university's stand on whether or not to hold these exams?
Firstly, I will represent all the students of the India. I will not tell only my views. First, I'll tell what my university is doing. We had a mock test online, but the website crashed and the mock test failed. So the exams are postponed. This uncertainty leads to mental stress of the students. And the special exams, as UGC said, we don't know when the special exam took place, but we need to start jobs and apply for the masters, but we don't have degrees and we can't proceed further. So we request UGC to cancel exams and give degree on the basis of internal assessment and previous semester. There is nothing political issue. Please don't make it political issue. We don't want politics in student lives. Student lives matters. And as UGC said, we have given offline option for the exam. But sir, I want to say that many students can't appear for offline exams as Bihar and Assam facing floods. The students who are स्टूडेंट्स जो दूसरे स्टेट में है वो कैसे ट्रैवल करेंगे, उनका अकोमोडेशन कैसे होगा, वो सब प्रॉब्लम्स यूजीसी ने कंसीडर नहीं किए।
आपके खुद के यूनिवर्सिटी और क्लास में ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स होंगे जो इफ यू आर फ्रॉम एमएस यूनिवर्सिटी जो वडोदरा में नहीं है, जो गुजरात के दूसरे पार्ट से या कंट्री के दूसरे पार्ट से आए होंगे, क्या वो लोग घर चले गए या अभी भी सिटी में ही हैं?
Students are at home. No one is in Vadodara. Students who are from other states are at their home. And यूनिवर्सिटी ने ऑनलाइन एग्जाम्स कंडक्ट किए थे, उसका मॉक हुआ था, उसमें वेबसाइट क्रैश हो गई और एग्जाम पोस्टपोन हो गई। तो अभी पता नहीं एग्जाम की नई डेट्स कब आएंगी। इसी वजह से स्टूडेंट्स बहुत स्ट्रेस में है। वो जॉब के लिए अप्लाई नहीं कर सकते, मास्टर्स एडमिशन के लिए अप्लाई नहीं कर सकते, और जो मतलब कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स के लिए प्रिपेयर करना चाहते हैं वो भी नहीं कर सकते। मतलब स्टूडेंट्स का मतलब बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स फेस कर रहे हैं।
Utkarsh is calling us from Deoghar in Jharkhand, and Utkarsh is actually a student whose college is in Karnataka. Utkarsh, what's your view? Are you ready to go back and give your exam?
No, ma'am. It is highly impossible for me to go and give back the exam since the COVID pandemic cases are rising each and every day. So, who will take the responsibility of my life? The UGC is not guaranteed on that, whether they will take responsibility of my life. If something happens to me, will they be responsible?
You can give them online, Utkarsh. Is that an option for you in Deoghar?
No, ma'am. They are conducting offline exam. My college, which is VTU, Vishwasharya Technical University, is conducting offline exams. First, they told us to vacate the hostel when the cases were really less. Now they are calling us back when there are cases are touching every day to around 62,000. So it is impossible for us to travel. And moreover, ma'am, when IITs can scrap off their final exam and can assess their students on the basis of their internal assessment and previous performances, so why UGC is not doing this for all other universities? They are just comparing us to MIT and Harvard without providing us the infrastructure. They should first provide us the infrastructure and then they should compare us with the MIT and Harvard and then assess us.
Okay, Utkarsh calling from Deoghar. His college is in Karnataka. He says they're not even giving me an online option. The universities act separately and differently. In fact, I also had another viewer who called in and said, Ankita, who's in Coimbatore, said, well, my college is in Lucknow and they're forcing us to give offline exams. How are we supposed to reach? College is not providing any accommodation. There is no option here to write online mode. These are the real problems that students of our country are facing. Imagine the stress that they're actually going through on a daily basis. And the UGC keeps insisting that students should continue preparing for their exams. To what purpose? How are they going to give it? A student mentally prepares and designs his exam in a sense where they divide their time Your government has taken a clear stand that now is not the time to hold these exams. It's not really possible. Even though we understand that the Delhi University is holding the open book examination format.
That's absolutely right, Tanvi. Delhi University has started their exams from today, their online exams. But as you might know, the Delhi University comes directly under the central government, and Delhi state government's decision to not hold final year exams only applies to the state government's universities. And out of the 7 universities that Delhi government runs, 6 are very small universities which have very small class sizes. And through an online route, the universities did manage to hold exams. But the Indraprasth University in Delhi, which has around 27 to 28,000 final year students, come from all backgrounds and have varied, socioeconomic. They come from varied socioeconomic strata of society. And let me tell you, Tanvi, I am a student of Delhi University. I took an exam today. I took an online exam today, and I can assure you that if I did not have a laptop, if I did not have a silent, quiet room to take the exam in my own house, it would have been impossible for me to take this exam. And that is precisely the argument being made by thousands and lakhs of students, that only those few who have the privilege of having expensive technological devices, a speedy Wi-Fi connection, a quiet room to study and take their exams, only they will be able to take these online exams. But the large majority of our country is not like that. And why this central government is hell-bent on holding their futures to ransom is something that is beyond me. I'll read out the relevant paragraph that the Delhi government has filed in the Supreme Court. It says the completion of the teaching learning process is fundamental to the conduct of regular examinations. It's very simple. When half the semester has been wiped out by the pandemic, how and what are we going to test students on through full-fledged examinations? Delhi government is making a very clear stand, saying that we should assess students through internal assessments, other means of assessing students, but we cannot possibly hold full-fledged exams either offline or online, as the central government is insisting that all students should go through.
Okay, but I just want to understand one thing, Akshay. The decision to have it online is not compulsory. UGC says that you can make it a combination of both, or you can give them the option of physically appearing for the exams. But is that not a viable option?
Tanvi, after really immense efforts of the people of Delhi, the governments, the organizations, we have managed to bring Corona under control in Delhi. If we let our guard down, imagine there are 28,000 students who are to take exams, supposedly. If these 28,000 students congregate, even if they are in small groups of a few hundred, imagine the kind of health risk that we are placing on these students, especially at a time when we have given concessions to students in other semesters. I had made this point in your program the last time, that all semesters hold equal weightage when it comes to giving degrees to students. The first year, the second year students have already been promoted by, as recommended by the UGC. How are third year, final year students any different? It's truly illogical and beyond any comprehension why the government is, making this issue continue to harass students. It's been 4 months. Remember, this exam should have happened in May. We are in August. Half of the year has already been wasted in this needless controversy by the BJP government. And they're really holding the youth of this country to ransom. It's unacceptable.
But let me go across to Mr. Mungekar. Mr. Mungekar, is there a legitimate fear about holding exams in current scenario, or can it be done and everything else is just politics?
Mr. Akshay Marathe, I congratulate him the way he has expressed his opinion. That speaks volumes, and I perfectly justify government of Maharashtra and all other state governments which are not able to conduct the examination. Please let us understand very well. Bharatiya Janata Party at the central government is using UGC as an instrument to strangulate the state governments by making exams compulsory. Now, for example, they are giving holy talk and etc. They are so elementary. Even 5th standard students can understand the importance of the examination. The question basically is, in rural Maharashtra, there is 3% internet, and urban Maharashtra, there is around 14% internet. Second point is by end of September, there would be, according to my estimate at the present rate, suppose for example, Corona spreads, by end of September, there will be at least 8 lakh Corona affected patients. Now third, so far these mandatory conditions that UGC is giving, when UGC has become mandatory, I was in charge of the entire education in the planning commission. UGC's recommendations are just suggestive and they are just the guidelines. Where is UGC when 40% of the universities don't have regular vice chancellor? Where is UGC when 40% colleges don't have regular staff? I mean, where is UGC when the teachers are not giving education facilities? UGC is being tool in the hands of the government to strangulate the government. State governments are not avoiding taking examination. State governments are unable to conduct the examination. For example, Maharashtra, according to affidavit they were given to the court, that they say that 10 lakh students are appearing for the examination. Is it possible the gentleman Holy Cow who was talking about representative of the BJP government, he was talking about that conducting examination? I have gone through thoroughly. I was in charge of education and in charge of education in the planning commission. 10 lakh students appearing for the examination and they are giving combination of online, it is out of question, offline, out of question, and then what is the combination of the two? And what is the merit they are talking about? In out of the 100 or 200 universities, not a single university is appearing in the merit list. What is that merit list talking about? 18% is the rate of unemployment in the education. 77% engineers are unemployable. PhDs and MAs and MPs are applying for the post of peons in Gwalior. And what is merit they are talking about? In fact, please can you allow me one sentence to speak? UGC by this time would have been abolished. It is surviving only because of Bhalchandra Mungekar. Because at that point of time, Parliamentary Standing Committee was considering the bill or the report given by the Yashpal Summit Committee, that National Council of Higher Education and Research. And by that time, AICTE and UGC, both of them were supposed to be subsumed and to be abolished. I, as a member of the Standing Committee on Human Resource Development and former Vice Chancellor of the University of Mumbai, I registered this proposal. That's why UGC is surviving. UGC is working today just like mindset, just like Jilla Parishad. What is the sacrosanct of UGC today? It is just like recommendatory body. When state governments and central governments are not implementing the scales that UGC is recommending at that time, is UGC using the powers mandatory? My point is, between the two, the lives of the students and their examination, what is the most preferable? The government, central government is making the politics. And ABVP stand is absolutely, if I use the word, it is shameful. If BJP government today have been there in all the state government, incidentally, all the state governments which are not able to hold the examination, how it happened to be all of them, they are not BJP governments. ABVP is supposed to be championing the cause of the students. Now students merit or students, for example, their lives. Last point, when you are giving first year into second year and second year into third year, if you take average of 2 first and second and consider semester system consistency test in statistics you apply and you give them the weightage, what is wrong in that? Oxford has cancelled the examination. Cambridge has cancelled the examination. Harvard has cancelled the examination. Your Bhagalpur University and universities in some remote areas, are they more sacrosanct? These universities will be ranking anywhere. These are the, I'm sorry to say
in fact,
this
let me add to this.
It is absolutely, I'm opposed to conducting examination because...
Yes, Mr. Mungekar, if I can add to this, here is the other side though.
Please.
The fact is that out of over 800 universities which are under UGC, about 209 of them have conducted exams. 394 are willing to conduct exams and 215 are either not decided or not willing to conduct the exam. So there is a very clear divide on what even the universities and perhaps even the students